Hello dear students, I welcome you all in the online classes of Government College Revda Sirohi. I am Manisha, Assistant Professor English. In our today's session, I will discuss you about a very famous poem titled as Lotus, which is written by our greatest poetess of the 19th century, Torodat, and this poem is prescribed for the students of BA first year, which is affiliated to Mohanlal Sukhadia University, Udaipur. So now begin our today's session. First of all, I will introduce you about the poetess of this poem, Torodat. Torodat was born in 1856 and she was died in 1877. She was a Bengali translator and the poetess from the Indian subcontinent who wrote in English and French in what was then British India. तोरुदत्त 1856 में पैदा हुई थी और इनकी डेथ 1877 में हो जाती है. एक बंगाली ट्रांसलेटर थी और हमारे देश की फेमस पोइट्स में से एक थी जिन्होंने इंग्लिश और फ्रांसीसी भाषा में लिखा था. शी वॉज ऑल्सो नॉन एज द फर्स्ट इंडियन ऑथर्स टू राइट इन फ्रेंच, यानी फ्रांसीसी भाषा में लिखने वाली ये पहली भारतीय लेखकों में से एक थी. शी इज सीन एज वन ऑफ द फाउंडिंग फिगर्स ऑफ इंडो एंग्लिकन लिटरेचर अलॉन्ग विद हेनरी लुइस विवियन डेरोजियो, मनमोहन घोष एंड सरोजिनी नायडू. और इंडो एंग्लिकन लिटरेचर में इनको फाउंडिंग फिगर्स के रूप में माना जाता है. किनके साथ में? हेनरी लुइस विवियन डेरोजियो के साथ में, मनमोहन घोष और सरोजिनी नायडू के साथ में. तोरोदत्त को भी फाउंडिंग फिगर्स के रूप में माना जाता है. दत्त इज नॉन फॉर हर वॉल्यूम्स ऑफ पोएट्री इन इंग्लिश, शीफ ग्लेन्ड इन फ्रेंच फील्ड्स विच इज पब्लिश्ड इन 1877, एंड एंशिएंट बैलेड्स एंड लीजेंड्स ऑफ हिंदुस्तान विच इज पब्लिश्ड इन 1882, एंड for her novel in French, Le Journal de Mademoiselle de was 1879. दत्त को अपनी वॉल्यूम ऑफ पोइट्री के लिए जाना जाता है. इन्होंने इंग्लिश में 2 वॉल्यूम लिखे थे पोइट्री के. फर्स्ट का टाइटल है अ शीफ ग्लिंड इन फ्रेंच फील्ड्स, जो कि 1877 में पब्लिश हुआ था. दूसरे वाले वॉल्यूम का टाइटल है, जो इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में इन्होंने लिखा था, एंशिएंट बैलेड्स एंड लीजेंड्स ऑफ हिंदुस्तान, जो 1882 में पब्लिश हुआ था. और इनका फ्रांसीसी भाषा में लिखा हुआ जो नावल है उसका टाइटल है ली जर्नल दे मेडेमोइसेल और वर्स, जो 1879 में पब्लिश हुआ था. हर पोएम्स रिवॉल्व अराउंड थीम्स ऑफ लॉनलीनेस, लॉन्गिंग, पैट्रियटिज्म एंड नॉस्टैल्जिया. और इनकी जो पोएम्स हैं उनमें लॉनलीनेस, लॉन्गिंग, पैट्रियटिज्म, राष्ट्रवादिता, देशभक्ति और नॉस्टैल्जिया यानी होम सिकनेस की जो फीलिंग है उन्हीं का ही हमें डिस्क्रिप्शन दिखाई देता है. दत्त डाइड young at age of 21 years, which has influenced some comparisons of her poetry to John Keats. और दत्त काफ़ी यंग एज में 21 ईयर की ही एज में इनकी डेथ हो जाती है. और इनका जो कंपैरिजन है वो हम ब्रिटिश पोइट जॉन कीट्स के साथ में करते हैं, क्योंकि उनकी भी 21 ईयर में ही डेथ हो गई थी. सो नाउ बिगिन आवर पोएम द लोटस. दिस पोएम has been taken from her volume of poetry, which is written in English, and the title of this volume is Ancient Ballads and Legends of Hindustan, which is published in 1882. This poem is written in the form of a sonnet. The sonnet is a poem of 14 lines, and this poem is written in Petrarchan sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet is divided into 2 parts. First part is known as octave, in which there is 8 lines, and the last part is known as sestet, and in this part there are remaining 6 lines. So this poem Lotus is a Petrarchan sonnet. So let's begin our poem. Love came to Flora asking for a flower that would of flowers be undisputed queen. The lily and the rose long, long had been rivals for that high honor. In the very beginning of the poem, we can see that love here means Cupid. Cupid means the god of love. Cupid came to Flora. Flora means the goddess of vegetations and plants and flowers. Here we can see that god of love came to Flora. Flora means the goddess of vegetation and plants, and he asked her to give him a beautiful flower that would be called the queen of all the flowers. That would of flowers be undisputed queen means without any dispute she gave him a flower that would be called the queen of all the flowers. The lily and the rose long, long had been rivals for that high honor. And for this title of queen, lily and the rose flower for a very long time had been rivals for each other, and they claim their owner for that high honor as a rivals each other as a rivals to each other. And bards of power had sung their claims. The rose can never tar like the pale lily with a Juno mane. And the famous poets or the celebrated poets, bards of power means bards means poets, power means a celebrated famous scholar. Famous poets have sung their claims, have sung the praises about the flower of lily and the flower of rose. Means there are many poets who separately sung their praises for each of these two flowers, the lily flower and for the rose flower. The rose can never tar like the pale lily with her Juno mane. But here the poetess says that almost all the poets they have written verses for the lily flower and for the rose flower, but not a single poet write on the flower of the lotus. And so the poetess says, the rose can never tar like the pale lily with her Juno mane, but is the lily lovelier? And then the poet says that the rose can never tar. The flower of the rose cannot stand straight like the flower of the lily, which has this capacity, which has these quality. But lily doesn't have the quality of her Juno mane. Juno here means the god of beauty. The lily flower doesn't have the quality of Juno mane. Means lily flower is doesn't lily flower is doesn't have all the quality of the beauty in itself, because the flower of the lily has the color of white, and the white color doesn't have any appearingness or attractiveness to the flower of the rose. But is the lily lovelier? Then there arises a question, and the poet says, but is the lily lovelier? That the lily flower is more beautiful flower, more lovelier flower, than the flower of the rose. Thus, between flower factions, rank the strife in Psyche's bar. Give me a flower delicious as a rose and stately as a lily in her pride, but of what color? Then, when on this situation, then arises a question: is the lily flower is more appearing or more beautiful or more lovelier than the flower of the rose? There rang a strife, means there uh, rang a conflict between all the flowers, and they divided into two groups. One group is associated to the flower of the lily and the other group is associated to the flower of the rose, and this conflict is arises in Psyche's bar. Bar means the residence of the god. This competition is going on between these two groups of the flowers. One group is named as lily, and the other group is named as rose flower, and this competition is going on the residence of the god. Give me a flower delicious as a rose. Then the god of love said to the goddess of vegetation and plant that she give me a flower delicious as a rose, that she should give him a flower which is as attractive or as sweetest as a flower of the rose and stately as a lily in her pride, and she should also give him the qualities of the flower of the lily, that lily in her pride stand straight still. But here then arises the question of color, but of what color? Then the god of love replied, rose red. Love first choose. God of love first decided that she should give him the color of the flower of the rose red. Then he prayed, no lily white, uh, give me the whiteness of the flower of lily, or both provide. And then she agreed that she then he agreed that Flora give him a flower which is having both the colors of these two flowers, the rose red and the lily white. And then Flora gave the lotus rose red dyed and lily white, the queenliest flower that blows. And then the goddess of beauty, goddess of vegetation and flower, gave Cupid the lotus flower, and the lotus flower has having the color of rose red, and having the whiteness of the flower of the lily, and the she is regarded as the queenliest, the loveliest, the beautiest flower of all the flowers, and she is regarded the queen of all the flowers that blows, that blooms forever. Thank you.